Hey, what's up? This is Liam from Cancer Bats, and you're listening to Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare on Rock 94.7.
You're listening to 13 Questions on Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare is a 3-hour metal show that airs every single Saturday from 9 until midnight on Rock 94.7, 102.9 FM in central Wisconsin, and worldwide online at rock947.com. Our interview with Liam Cormier of the Cancer Bats continues. Dead Set on Living features a couple of guest vocal appearances on the track Bastards. Dez from Devil Driver shows up, and so does Ann Horse's Kate Cooper. How did you hook up with those two?
Well, Dez we met from touring with Devil Driver, and he was just a huge fan of the band. He had found out about Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones from actually a Canadian friend of his, got him turned on to us, and we would always see that he would tweet about us, or he would talk about us on the radio, over in the UK, just would bring up our name. And then out of the blue, he kind of just tweeted at us if we would ever want to tour together. And we hit him back yeah, man, we definitely knew about Devil Driver and had seen them come through Toronto and stuff like that, and knew that they toured with more hardcore bands like Despised Icon and stuff like that. So we were yeah, that would actually work out. So they asked us to go out on tour with them through the States and Canada, and we had a blast. We hit it off with them really well. So for me, when it came to writing that song, I was just, thinking about people who, kind of had their lives affected by this, kind of musical bug that we've all been bitten by, where you don't really even understand why we do it, but we have to go on tour, we have to play shows, we have to, choose this life. So it was kind of for me to have somebody else who's so much of a lifer and who's been, a part of this for so long, to have that other perspective. And then that was my other thinking with Kate, too, who I know, she lives in Toronto now, but is originally from Australia, and her band tours super hard, whether they make money or not, it's just this is, their chosen path. And so to have those three different perspectives kind of singing together was my idea, to just be yeah, this is all of us. This is our reality, whether it's, an older guy like Dez who's been killing it forever, or myself, a Canadian, or this woman from Australia. We all tour in the same capacity and, do it for just the love of it.
Now, Liam, Cancer Bats were up for New Group of the Year at the 2009 Juno Awards, Canada's equivalent to the United States Grammys. Your last album, Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones, was nominated for Rock Album of the Year at last year's awards. However, you guys didn't win either time. Does the fact that Nickelback and Justin Bieber have 15 Junos between them make not winning more or less bearable?
No, I mean, for us, to even just be recognized by that kind of level of the music industry, I think is cool. Win or not, I mean, we didn't start the band to win Junos, so at this point to not win it's not really surprising, but it also doesn't it doesn't really bum us out or anything, because for me, I'm just to know that we're even on, their radar, from the fact that we've just been touring hard in a van, and winning over people every night. It's to at least know that we're at this other level with major label bands is pretty cool. But I'm excited because they just added a metal category last year that the band Ken Mode won. So it kind of brings a bit of hope, I guess, to all the Canadian metal bands that maybe we could win a Juno?
Well, the Junos are one up on the Grammys now. The Grammys actually combined the metal and hard rock category into one, because, it's the same damn thing, right? And the damn Foo Fighters ended up winning that over Mastodon, for God's sake. I'm still trying to figure out how that happened, but... Now, Liam, Cancer Bats recently played 6 gigs in a single day in London. On this leg of your current tour, you don't have a day off until May 30th. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the most live concerts performed in a single day in different locations is 7. Are you really going to let Jay-Z hold that world record? You guys can do it, right?
Oh, I didn't even know that was Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z, 7 cities in 24 hours. Can the Cancer Bats beat that record?
I get if we could have done it in 24 hours. I mean, I'm trying to think of what time the next show started for us, because we played 2 shows the next day up in Nottingham. So we played 8 shows over 2 days, but maybe that would have clocked in under 24 hours. We kind of were going more for the fact that our map of London shaped a pentagram. So that's why we didn't try and add in any more dates. All the venues, if you line them up, and the route that we took, like, it maps out a pentagram across the city.
I'm just saying, if you set up an octagon, you could absolutely win a Guinness Book of World Records award here.
Maybe for the next record, we'll try something crazier.
You're listening to 13 Questions on Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare is a 3-hour metal show that airs every single Saturday from 9 until midnight on Rock 94.7, 102.9 FM in central Wisconsin, and worldwide online at rock947.com. Our interview with Liam Cormier of the Cancer Bats continues. Now, Liam, being a member of a band that tours almost nonstop, you've got a lot of life on the road. What's the most memorable moment from the road that you can share with our audience without attracting the attention of law enforcement? Now, keep in mind, being a foreigner, you might have diplomatic immunity in the States, so go for it.
I don't know. I guess, like, I think of any of the real memorable moments for us is always, like, you know, playing insane shows, like, in spots that we never thought that we would. Like, when we were lucky enough to play Download Festival, not last summer, but the summer before, and we played in front of, like, the biggest crowd that we've ever played in front of ever. And it was crazy, too, for us, because we were on at the same time as Five Finger Death Punch. And I remember even talking to, like, Ivan before we played, which I was like, you guys are going to crush it. Like, hopefully some people come and watch us. And we ended up playing to, like, 35,000 people. So for me, is just the fact that, like, that many people decided to walk over and come check out this band called Cancer Bats, like, completely blew all of our minds. And then on top of that, the fact that there was, like, another good heavy band playing was, just as crazy. So that was definitely one of the craziest moments for me, like, being in this band.
Now, you guys are doing a Western U.S. tour this summer with a Christian metal act, Demon Hunter. Do you have any U.S. tour plans beyond that?
We do. We're trying to get some stuff figured out because we definitely, America's such a big place, so we definitely need to cover that ground a lot for this record. So, yeah, the plans are in the works right now to cover the entire country for the rest of the year. So I think those should be hopefully figured out within the next couple weeks.
Now, Liam, you've recently started a side project with Bullet For My Valentine frontman Matt Tuck called Axe Wound. First of all, awesome band name. Second of all, how did you two hook up?
We met Matt in 2008 when we supported them with Bleeding Through across the U.S. We became good friends with those dudes and ended up, we've toured Japan and Australia with them as well and done a bunch of, Europe dates. So just became friends over the years. And then he just hit me up in, January of this year and in an email was like, hey, I'm, doing this, metal project when I've got, all this Bullet downtime. Would you be interested in singing on it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then the next day he sent me, a finished, full record, which I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this totally rips. And then, a couple weeks later, I was in Wales singing on the album and just kind of going from there. But, yeah, it's been cool. We were, just going to be doing some festivals this summer and kind of just having fun with it, playing something different for both of us. And, yeah, it's cool so far.
Now, Liam, there's a video of a couple of your bandmates, Jay and Mike, floating around on the internet, featuring the preparation of a dish called The Destroyer. What other culinary masterpieces do the Cancer Bats have up their sleeves?
Yeah, the Destroyer is a Cancer Bats favorite that we definitely eat in restaurants that are willing to make it for us. Another one that we do is we have a mix-up, a scrambled eggs mix-up that we make for breakfast, which is basically the breakfast equivalent of the Destroyer, which is just scrambled eggs, potatoes, sausage, tomatoes, salsa, cheese, hot sauce, whatever you can just mix in one pan, fried up all together.
So the Cancer Bats cookbook is on the horizon then. We can expect that any day now.
Yeah, just gnarly tour food.
Perfect. That's Liam Cormier, lead vocalist for Cancer Bats. They're currently on tour in Europe. They're coming stateside later this summer. Their latest album, Dead Set on Living, in stores now. Buy it. every single song on it kicks ass. Liam, thank you so much for being on Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
And thank you for listening to Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare is a 3-hour metal show heard every single Saturday night from 9 until midnight Central Standard Time on Rock 94.7, 102.9 in Central Wisconsin, and worldwide online at rock947.com. We're also on Facebook. Just look for Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. I'm Terry Stevens. You can follow me on Twitter at TerryRock947. Thanks for listening.